Super awesome.
Good morning everybody, welcome on board this northern service to Manchester Piccadilly. Calling at Dore Totley, Grindleford, Hathersage, Bamford, Hope, Edale, Chinley, Newville Central, Marple, Romilly, Redbury, Greenington, Greenwich North, or arriving at Manchester Piccadilly at 10:32. And I ask that you remind yourself with the layout of the train, please, take note of the safety notices that throughout everything. In the interest of security, please keep your look inside always. If you do see anything suspicious or anything that concerns you, please report to a member of staff or send us a message transport, please, on 61016. Our next stop is Warrington.
Yeah, spaghetti and meatballs. The meatballs with barbecue sauce. And see, I handpicked the intro camp menu. So I don't have spaghetti. It's actually so easy. Kids will eat it. So you can convince them to get rid of the Thanksgiving dinner. There's no kidding, it's tricky. So, we did a couple of tweaks, and then my biggest win is I was able to get them to not make their whole meal rotation all on training. But they made the meal rotation the first 2 weeks to like practice the meals. And there was like one meal that they didn't have ready on time, and like we had to stall for 15 minutes. So they remade that one to get their timing right. And that makes sense. And so there are a couple. It's Ben and Betsy who are still with us from last year. And so that was a tricky piece of like, I let them get away. Like the number of times that something go wrong, I would just be like, it's okay. They're doing us a favor, they're interims. And so this year we had to have them like, okay, I can't have this reading. Maybe the training protection or something. I need to call for this or that kind of yeah, they have to practice making the meals before they double make the meal, like making those 2 meal shifts. But could you make meatballs and serve it with like could you put that snapping maybe so I think we got this, they promised like last week and this week would be the like creative menu so that next week when we go with it 7 weeks straight, it feels like there was a little hiatus there. So, yep. Anything that's crossed.
next station will be Dore Totley.
That's the hardest part for our international staff. Correct. It's outside of our control. It's a state, like, we fail our health and things like that.
But it's even like when you get the wrong ticket, you can't bring it back.
Yep.
My mom, there was little girl that she was like so embarrassed. She doesn't think
But it wasn't.
it really wasn't. They gave her an orange juice and check it. It didn't say her name on it. I said the first name. But she just brought back and then well, thank you.
Yeah.
Great. That would be international.
But, like, so we've gotten better at, like, really decreasing the, like, vegetable. Yeah. Of, like, they're not being it. And we have to, like, we have to assure it to say, trust me, we offer balanced meals. We can't force your child to eat that. And they get access to the salad bar. Like, but yeah, so we
This is Dore
we
Totley.
can reuse what doesn't.
Find the gap between the train and the platform edge.
So Ben had signed on to be the sous chef, right? But now Betsy is the food service manager, and Ben is like full time in the summer, but only part time in the winters because he's kind of like operations. So he does the ordering. He primarily does ordering and menu planning, and then she like runs the. She did all the interviewing, all the hiring. She runs the team. She does the scheduling. And so that's her side. Jackson, like the actual cook. He's our sous chef. And we treat him kind of like a fellow. He's like 23. And I initially was like, why is he not then I spent a little more time with him and because I saw him still a child.
This is a northern train to Manchester Piccadilly.
Hard-headed. Raise him up.
The next station will be Grindleford.
But let him grow his own. He doesn't know how to do ordering either. Like, so.
I think so, yeah.
And it's nice for operation side that they actually look at it. So it's like, the raspberries are $1 a pound more. We're doing it on Amazon. And we're like, okay, I prefer raspberries, so I'll buy raspberries.
When I went to Singapore,
But like,
but it had
yeah. And I mean, it's more of a like,
a little bag,
how
yes, in there.
and so like if they're changing something on
Whatever they do,
Yeah.
they always go.
how
Am I going to give them
can't we change
I normally take out like the eye covering thing. I just think replace generally, or if they have to do like socks, I just take those out. That might be useful. One of them I use for like toilet bag. It's quite nice.
But it's like you're either a kid who eats berries or you're a kid who doesn't. I only eat strawberries.
Really? I love it. I think
I didn't like berries, but everyone never offered berries.
exactly. welcome George. Just think, God. She said, they're just making clouds of flowers. She's made them feel like a cloud. She sent me a message this morning saying, I don't really like to have a look at topic. She says, oh dear, not for you to
Spaghetti and meatballs is all in one. I was like, we should kill it. And we should get butter and then they can just
just send me a really nice message saying,
yeah, it's a good reminder.
yeah, just now you're doing that. Maybe that's just to say she's not going to show the car
What do you mean snack time? So,
yeah,
Laura was really there. One of the things she was like, asking food for it's likely going to be a future.
No, I just want to find it now. Think about it. I was driving there and I was driving thinking, oh my God.
But juice is more
Every night
like,
I just figured it out. And it's still, yeah.
like
That's like when I go into,
but I think it's fun, like sitting at their
I mean, whenever I'm reading those, I just like, yeah.
well, yeah, like us trying to rush out of the like by the time they like distraction, settle down, start. I think need to be really
I've got my phone.
babies.
Yeah. I can just put it in the jacket. Yeah.
Like 11 inside. We have the older kids, the first field trip, they keep like, you were soft, like, you're
No, I reckon they was definitely
and now, like 10 years, so before paper worship, so they'll have 80 hour events, 10 years, they're normally 816. Yes. Yes. No, we didn't have to have one of those Yep. You open her eyes and she was here. And they forgot. Said that we were like, we didn't remind them.
But this is first one without
The next station will be Grindleford.
Actually, I have a bedside door, and I have it's got like lips in it, very nice. Had you put it in there the night before? No, because I like it. I'd actually say, hope you have a lovely night.
If I don't stress pragmatic priorities,
This is a Northern train to Manchester Piccadilly.
and so not on purpose.
The next station will be Hathersage.
Which is why when I can find the brush,
They just have it.
like that's what you get.
So Betsy grew up particularly. So Betsy's a long time underground. She was a grad student on the school year side, but back in the hills.
First time. Well, mine have been, they have, I don't know, I'm not saying it's normally pretty good, but it's very Betsy,
Yeah, yeah. And Betsy's more like, because she's a product in the program, like she's not into it. She's just really like she doesn't write it. So it's like, she never like, I rejected this, but it's like, you did ask me for this international dinner over a month ago. And I did say about the other parts. And then I only followed up in advance. Yeah, so like under Thomas, we would always have like this, on there, and we always had like at every time it was just standard. So we to do this thing on the front every and so the hardest
we never had like
talent transition is African
today, there was 6, like
South Asian. And so
it just looks good. What do you do with my
generally,
yeah,
it's
and all the balls all over the place. Yeah.
And so we don't have a ton of African staff this year.
This is Hathersage. Find the gap between the train and the platform.
So it is
Everyone else
fascinating. Like when I have my experience together, I have opinion and Canadian and Indian. It's like, oh yeah, let me make this incredibly spicy and my Indian decision.
It's where you sleep the Francis salad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially my Peruvian needs no spice.
Yeah, they do just recently.
Can't handle the like vinegar base of any of the sauces, and so
maybe students I know it's like that. And I thought,
well, because I picked up my hospitality twice a week. Once for 20
I looked around and was of course it's
not. So Sammy helped out with some of them because she's part of the kitchen. So one of the things because our kitchen's so short staffed, so it's like having to make sure out the way plenty for
I went there, but he said I was tracking.
some weeks that's just one. It's always one. Some weeks it's two. But I just got like okay, so I did.
Buffalo wings. Manchester Piccadilly. Next station.
And it's something they would never get. Tiny things, so I took 6 different sauces and just so easy. Yep. And so I did buffalo wings for my like 15. And I was like, sweet. I got to actually sit down because the last batch of the wings came off like right on us. Like by the time everyone had served, the last wings were in the final sauces. And I'm like, great, I'm part of the team. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, I have to do a meal for 22, and I'm like, now I'm an Indian food. But what I should have done is like, for next year, it's like, okay, this is just the amount of wings. I'm gonna buy 35 pounds worth of wings.
It's about the level how to start.
Yeah, so I said, absolutely terrible. I don't know why bother? I had like 3 years on it. That's why. I said, did it rain up here? He said, no, nothing.
The next station will be Bamford.
She didn't. I don't think it is. That's probably it had to be obviously.
She started on cocktails or something. We were like, meal.
That would be smart.
But like took an hour.
But no, right now it's Sammy and I have a shared note.
Yeah.
And that's the. Wait, what are we cooking this week?
And then she's off to see Edale.
Yeah, which he.
No, not his name. Oh, the thing.
Yeah,
This is Bamford.
Non-flame.
yeah. The situation she was
On the
in.
train
I told her she should tell me that. She was actually like really very restless. I came from work and she went out with her for about half an hour. She came out, I didn't get ready to go out. She came out and she was chatting.
So that is a. Yeah, I need to figure it out for next year. This is the first year where like our leadership summer program team. We've got this like Wednesdays are for SDT.
And I said, well, I'm thrilled because I've never met the guy.
Yeah.
I said, you haven't heard it. You haven't seen him along. You don't know it very well. I said, but to me, like, what did you 18?
You got the big trucks in your
She said something else, and then I said, to be honest, I said it's up to you. I mean, they never really
But yeah, so it was.
You might want to think about
We like these are brand new everything. And so we cooked for them for the first like 3-4 weeks.
I just said, you've got to think about it.
Yeah, we did it the first 4 weeks, and then it was like we were gonna just right.
Oh yeah, she's more committed than she's like going on because
We're breaking
because of what happened last night.
And she does, and I'm like, well,
This next one too.
oh, and then, but then on the road, they just hear one of my friends, they asked my friend by speaking,
Next Sunday night,
but when they play, they fly back to their friend, they put up to
so whatever I'm doing for them.
so it gets like they can't bother to wait to get there.
And now it's I make sure I don't have meetings that run all the way up
And then there was
till
this,
I need to be in the kitchen by 4 to make
one of the
sure.
signs, she's no video.
This is the
Oh
Northern
yeah.
Train
So
2.
Sammy and I.
Manchester Piccadilly.
Sammy doesn't have a work service.
The
So
next station will
we
be
end up
Hope.
hot box like I think it was hard before I turned my oven on. Just gotta heat up.
It's never been done when it was
So she bring my crock pot.
And then like yogurt and
And then I said, when she came on the phone and I said, oh, I don't think you can go for no boyfriends to get them.
And I realized how much coffee I was doing.
And she said, sorry, they
But
didn't
honestly, I find the pace on the black stuff.
how this works.
can't work with things.
And that seemed to work out.
Tell me about there were more ones around.
Now big enough. That's for sure. I've got 48ers.
But she had said, don't tell about the pre-season. Of the pre-season.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
My black stone.
that's right. Another WhatsApp last night.
My grill and my black stone are
Say
my
thanks for it. It's about 23 first years.
brittle bread.
And it said something like, really good to see you, it's been blah blah blah. And then it starts on 12, you normally stay in the sandwich. And it basically implies that you just go. And then you have to manage the days you should do. And it had every day listed
Yeah.
from 12th of August to when you go to every single day. And she's like, you said, probably go for 3 or 4 days.
The next station will be Hope.
And she said some of it is social, some of it is like tours, some of it is injury prevention.
Yeah.
Obviously physical training, she said that like 2 to 2 hours, that's
Up to date.
so I said, I said, I think all this she could give you great
Yeah.
and you're using their water, you're using their heat. In fact, you're using their
This is home.
Mainly my biggest question is
On the ground between train
like Sammy and I have said you got 3 minutes to do our whole menu.
She said later on.
We just
said, well,
we sit down for a meeting and I can barely get
like
through
kitchen wine.
somewhere
Towels, you need better. Yeah. I said, the more you just straight though. She said, oh, what do you need? And she said, oh, apparently you're lucky you ended up on one camper. And I said, yes, I'm going to be talking about it.
This is the most of like I'm tired. It's such hard.
Unless I guess they're in the house where they're like they're away.
Yeah,
Which
it's the summer.
I mean, my sister's actually, he's actually stayed in the same house for the next year.
And I'm like,
so he's got it.
like, while we were
he's not there. He's
Sammy, what do you have?
I said, you will be stuck
For the rest of the night.
So it does like you talk to Sarah about whether like be able to access the here.
Yeah.
But it does before. And probably, but I didn't really ask how many exactly. And I said, the thing traveling and saying that why did he going to Sheffield, having I said, but moving to Michigan, settling in the country, and I'm like, and it's not everyone knows what's up, and so I was like, what weekly cadence, what regular
this is to get to know
you know, oh absolutely.
It's like an intro to university.
because instead of
Very
being
much
like,
it's wider than that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
The factory and all that
There are
stuff is.
tournaments as well.
she's realizing like, well, and she said she was
I don't know.
and I said,
Oh, is it?
I'm like, what? I'm like, that's what you guys like, do I do a birth?
My sister said she
Absolutely does. Nobody does.
they're wild.
Like, and it's more like 7 minutes of brain space.
So
Actually,
she's living
by the time the day ends, she does flop on the couch and we eat.
Yeah.
There's pieces of like I quit. I was trying to like shield her out of the because in the first year she'll be stepping into like late teens, like she doesn't know. But she's like, no,
It's really hard.
you know, this is what I'm passionate about. And this is what I'm passionate about. And like she's building resentment towards Hana, which just stays in her way.
But anyway,
I was like, no, this is my life, and I'm like, this going your way. I know.
She was also kind of 13. I said, so she said, well, you laughed at us giving that
Which, so I have stopped.
that night.
But see, the reality is, she's going to listen. She needs to fail.
Just say,
And then when I put her back together, help her.
That's the first, like, when did they do it? Is it the following week?
and then it's every day from then on. Right, so I get that.
She could go on the 14th.
That's your priority.
Let's give a couple of days after Saturday.
That's your priority.
Yeah.
Not in with us.
Shell, you're
Years away.
So, but honestly,
So I'm waiting for more.
she watched me, like, I
And it
did.
made a very, it was a very nice trip.
And then all of a sudden, she's doing it as well.
Said Mason, I'd like to really good chance to get to her now. And it's all about bonding and team, you know,
This is Edale. Finally get to the train and the bus line.
So I'm just saying, so I'm going to take some money. I don't really know. No, it's quite hard to just pull my phone. I keep taking it there. I keep taking it there. Oh yeah. They never do it. They come out today on the train and walk back to Sheffield. Yeah. They push you probably. I forget to use it. Like Luke goes take me on very much or something, so I just take off and say I'll put that electronics back really take it. Yeah. But then I'm bring it back, you know. Yeah. So I didn't bring any cash either. I didn't even bring my cards. I'm so paranoid now. I just walk away with my cards on there. I should have put it. But like I said, I don't think I'll be.
This is a lovely train to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station will be Chinley.
See, that's my daughter's turning to the car.
She's having a good time.
She's obviously train. Yeah, she's got physio, she's got and a button. So anyway, just more money. Yeah, it's been looking for a while.
Yeah.
It's just so much money. With a deep job, it's normally And then sometimes with the kids, and rightly so. Yeah. And the lads just going work and work's going to take seats. Yeah, totally have. Because it's like I said to them, the best person in the world for the best night of everything, and you have to cut yourself some slack. It's okay to eat a vegetable
I don't really mind if I don't.
The next station will be Chinley.
It's when it's effective. When I think, oh, we'll go to that, just look at that guilt.
Yeah, like little girls.
Yeah, just like little guilt.
And work girls.
It is, yeah.
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 But it's but the thing is,
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Take some passes, please. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Thank you. Good morning.
This one is correct.
Thank you. Good morning.
I think there's some people I'm working with at like 2 years experience. So I feel like I've got to leave.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sure. I felt really balanced. Yeah. There were two things. One was it took. It was all work. And it was left with the kids for anybody. And that was the first time I
This is Chinley.
So I was grappling with that. I think I had a bit of almost.
Find the gap between the train and the platform edge.
The other thing was
Don't worry. Thank you.
yeah, I should have I suddenly had to go to Sheffield.
We're going to the station, so again.
Responsible.
Yeah.
Take care, mate. Thank you.
This is a Northern train to Manchester Piccadilly.
Yeah. Right.
The next station will be Newville Central.
Well, they do, and this is going to come across from the Sheffield juniors, yeah, so it's fine. But I said to my head this time, I said, for next year, she's been in that year for a year, she's been building for a year, she's 4 years qualified, qualified plus basically in the team. She needs to pull away.
Yeah.
I said, she sat back last year, I think she Rose and I kind of, she'd hear us have conversations, and then we'd actually, she'd be there for the conversation, but she'd never say,
It's kind of bringing.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
There's nothing. So I said, she needs to step up.
And it is about
Yeah.
It's this transition in
Central. This is New Mill Central. Find the gap between the train and the platform edge. This is the Northern Train to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station will be Marble.
18.
So he's only 16 then.
Workers under 18, and apprentices is 8 pounds.
Not that I didn't care anyway, I just thought he was 20
For 18 to 20 it was 10.85. But the minimum wage is 12.74, so she was saying, oh, that's good.
No, I thought
I think what James said to me is the business.
This is Marble. Find the gap between the train and the platform edge.
So I thought these bits are this morning. Oh my God.
I'll get back to you entirely. That was just fun. That makes me laugh at my mum. But I just
Yeah.
But I think it's just it's not things like all year.
This is a northern train to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station will be Bromley. Station will be Bromley.
Oh no, yeah.
But they have an office on campus. I think a lot of universities do now. And it's like a job centre.
Yeah.
And you go in and they give you university
I'll tell you what, she used to use loads of student accommodation.
Well, those two girls that we're talking, when I did for offer day, not the original one, the offer one. Yeah, because there was a fourth year and a third year.
You get yourself looking at it.
And they said this is what
This
I
is
was asking about.
Bromley.
And they get a part-time job.
Find the gap between the train and the platform edge.
And they said, yeah, it's an office specially designated for that. And they will show you this. And they said the really good thing about it is because everyone has exams at different times. People constantly
they're very
so all words.
Sensitive to all of that. But we used to use the student ambassadors for graduation programs and you get like a little team. If you can get the same ones back.
It's so you can rely on.
And they're all
train to? Manchester Piccadilly. The next station will be Redbury.
Yeah, which is quite fun. I think the Porsche, I think the longer she's there, she'll realise. Well, obviously,
There might be just a bit like in the gym.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. But now she's talking about this season thing. And then I was like, well, we're thinking of doing that side schedule now, because you don't know.
She is, but I think I was thinking, yeah, we're only 18 months.
And I get that.
Yes, it's really right.
Do you know what? I wouldn't mind if she did originally put the effort into it. Like she's actually really trying, not just tip tap on the other things. Then I would think, you know what's just not working out. But she's actually quite concerned. We'll see what happens.
This is Redbury.
Giles said he gave us some money and they should finish her exam.
Find the gap between the train and the platform edge.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
When she got her things, when she got her GCSE results, we got her on the phone. But she actually and we were like, well, that's a good time to do it. So we did it for that. So
Yeah, we're going to
it was neat like pretty couple of months pretty old. But so I was like, we'll do the same thing. But examination finished, I said, St. John's we're not going to do the phone around. And she's like, said, but here's some cash because I want you to work really hard. Go out and yeah. And he said I want to do it after the exam, not after the results.
Yeah,
Back the results.
no,
Back the exam. And I was like,
Yeah. It's probably like still, I reckon it's still fighting there. So yeah, they don't go out, but they do, well, they do, they get golf as well, like just things.
So yeah,
It's quite
I'm trying to get Lucas back.
they play, yeah, they like a great people, they all half day, finishes, James the guy that they were and then some other
Friday afternoon.
yeah, so before the play.
This is a northern train to Manchester Piccadilly.
Do all that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
The next station will be Bridlington.
You were going on on Wednesday. Going to the Abbey. We said the Abbey. I just said, well, the Abbey might be okay. From the corner. Yeah, so I said,
Quite big as well.
said not a big tree hole. It's weird. It's not good to go. So then it comes, yeah, it's going well, I'm not going anyway, just because I don't want to. I was like,
Yeah,
really? Or
thought
do you
about
just,
that a lot.
Or do you just not want
Yeah.
to go, but you kind of made up?
Yeah.
That's fine. So I said,
They had a good setting down, but they were meant to go to Nursery Town. They went an hour and a half at Belfast before it started. She said it was too round, but they had it outside, the screen outside in the back. But she said, but then we went to Champs then, and they also had a screen outside. And I don't quite know how that works, but she showed me a picture of loads of people there with a massive screen.
The next station will be
They both set
Bridlington.
up really well.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, they would. I remember
This
watching
is
96
Bridlington.
Nursery Town. And just I don't remember the name garden.
Find the gap between the train and the platform edge.
There was a garden, but I thought it was quite small. But it was
they're like, I remember watching it.
I used to watch a lot of football in Nursery Town.
School plays cricket final in Heading. And I remember going to Heading, doing the cricket. I think they'd won the summer, like a school big tournament.
Okay.
They won it. And then we all went to this pub in Heading.
This is a Northern train to Manchester Piccadilly.
Kind of when Lucy.
The next station will be Reddish North. The next station will be Reddish North. This is Reddish North. Find the gap between the train and the platform edge.
Did you get an email?
Yeah, before you actually start. but we finished and basically just went out. Obviously had to big party and then stayed at a friend's. And the next day I finished, so she went out, obviously. Anything I saw her, but she got out. Then Wednesday, Giles took her to his friends to Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park? Yeah. Down, drove all the way. They went in, he worked his car here, and then drove all the way. And left at 6. Obviously, it was like ridiculous. I kept sleeping around the car. He didn't go in the park. Yeah. So I didn't see him really there. And then I went out again to watch football. I was a gym for work. And then yesterday, I just supposed to read the book. I think the train was going. She went okay. So it's not no big family celebration or recognition or anything. But I didn't think it's fun, so Sunday. But things got pretty good. Not going to have days, but they don't have that. I can't be able to do the morning if now I can. Now I've got a car to and reg. So I was like, it's not doing perfect, I need to switch it around. So I thought, well, everyone's on Sunday night. And Monday I've got my mum.
Now approaching Manchester Piccadilly, which is our final stop. Please check you have everything with you. Keep your tickets handy until you leave the station. If you've booked assistance, our team will be on the way, or contact our dedicated assisted travel team using WhatsApp. If you spot anything suspicious, please speak to a member of our onboard team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Oh, by the way, I might be gone for 12 o'clock. She's just so ready for it. And I think that's what's really not for it. It's like, it's just sort of really, just like, oh, wow. Thanks for everything. I'm on service. Earlier than I thought, but not bothered. I think that's really what it is. Oh, actually, it's starting to like, she was I said to her, I said, we are okay. If someone's doing this, we both wanted to go. But it's going to cost us. Twice. And I also said to her, you tried to protect you, she will guide you. How the people drop you off, pick you up. It's been our life or something. I just have stuff, just right for you to. I said, I think we've had a life that have been not nice bits. You don't get. So that's a problem, that's all just trusting it. Just in the system. So whether she will take it out. I think she'll have her own way. I said, but then we go to realise that we've been out a lot of days. And then it seems like that's really went around life. Yeah. And she said, we've got no money left
Shortly be arriving at Manchester Piccadilly. Manchester Piccadilly is your final stop. On the way of leaving the train, please make sure you have all your baggage, personal belongings with you. If you see anything suspicious or anything that concerns you, please report to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. Once again, thank you for travelling with Northern. Our final stop is Manchester Piccadilly.
I just thought what she liked it. Right. Yeah, I'm leaving them to it. Well, I know what happened. Tomorrow afternoon I'll be going now. Well, I thought I've got some stuff to do. I've got a shop coming there. I thought I've actually